Dear students, in last lecture we have studied about different types of natural methods of contraception. And now we are going to start the artificial methods of contraception. In natural methods, there are a number of natural processes of our body which were utilized for preventing the pregnancy. But here in this artificial method, we are going to use some external devices that will prevent the pregnancy or that will prevent this conception. So in this artificial method, first of all we are going to discuss now the barrier method. Why we are calling them the barrier method? Because these methods are going to act as a barrier for sperms. Before discussing the contraceptive methods, artificial contraceptive methods, we should know the reproductive system of male and female. We should have learnt these two structures and the functions of various parts of the reproductive system. We all know that in case of female reproductive system, vagina is the region through which the sperms are going to enter. And then there is a small opening which is known as cervix, and this cervix is going to open in the uterus. So when the sperms are going to enter in the vagina, they will move towards the uterus and then reach into the fallopian tube. What is in the fallopian tube? The egg on 14th day will be present in the fallopian tube and it will remain there for 48 hours after the ovulation period. And if the fusion has taken place, then the zygote start division and start formation. There is starting of formation of embryo that will then after a few days, within a week, it is going to implant in the uterus. This is the main functions of our reproductive system, that the vagina is going to act as a passage for entry of sperms. Uterus will help in implantation of the embryo, and fallopian tubes are the sites where the fertilization is going to take place. So if you want to prevent pregnancy, if a female don't want to undergo this conceive period, then she should, or the couple should, keep in mind all these aspects of our reproductive system. The type of contraceptive that we are going to use, it depends what type of natural process we are going to hinder. Like this barrier method is actually meant for acting or preventing the sperms to enter in the female body. You know that penis is the inseminating organ, and during the intercourse process there is a stage which is known as ejaculation, when the sperms are released from the male and the sperms are then deposited in the vagina. After that, through the vagina they are going to reach in the fallopian tube. So if we want that pregnancy should not be established, then we can have a barrier in between the male and female reproductive system, which will not allow the sperms from the male body to enter in the female body. So these barrier methods are actually mechanical devices which prevent deposition of the sperms in the vagina, and they also prevent the passage of those sperms in the uterus. The plus point for these barrier methods is that they can be self-inserted, means complete privacy can be maintained while using these barrier methods. There are a number of barrier methods which will prevent entry of sperms in the female body. They are like condoms. These condoms are the rubber sheaths which are made up of latex. These are the means latex sheath which are used to cover the penis, and when ejaculation will take place, then sperms remain inside this sheath. They are not going to enter in vagina or female body during this intercourse period or during this ejaculation stage of intercourse. So these condoms are the cover which will protect or which will prevent entry of sperms. Second thing is diaphragm. These condoms are used by the males, while the diaphragm, female condom, cervical caps and vault cap. These four contraceptive methods or devices, they are used by the females. They are meant for females. So diaphragm. Diaphragm is a tubular rubber sheath with a metallic ring. This tubular rubber sheath is having flexible metallic ring which is fitted in the vagina, and this vaginal covering will prevent entry of sperms in the uterus. Then there is female condom, which is also known as the fem shield. This is again made up of a rubber, and this covers the external genitalia and it also lines the vagina wall. Vagina is a tube-like structure. It will be covered by this female condom and also her external genitalia. One plus point for this female condom and this male condoms is that they are also helping the individual from STD, means sexually transmitted diseases, are also not going to spread because they are covering their external genitalia. Here this condom is covering the external genitalia of male, and here this female condom or the fem shield is covering the external genitalia of female. That's why they are also helpful in protection against STDs. Then there is cervical cap and vault cap. These are some cap-like structures which are fitted in the cervix region, means the opening of the cervix towards the vagina part, it is blocked or it is covered by these cervical caps or the vault caps. This means the sperms, they will enter in the vagina, but from vagina they are not going to enter in the uterus. These two structures prevent entry of sperms in the uterus. So these are the barrier methods which are not allowing them, the sperms, to enter either in the vagina or in the uterus. Then there is another barrier type of method. These are actually the mechanical devices, and there are some chemicals also available. These chemicals are spermicidal in nature, means they are going to kill the sperms. They will not prevent entry of the sperms. Sperms will enter in the body, but they will be immediately killed by these spermicidal chemicals. And these chemicals are available in the form of creams, jelly, foams. There are number of these chemicals. There are different types of chemicals are available in different types of forms, and all these together they kill the sperms and they will not allow them to pass up to the egg which is present in the fallopian tube. But one thing is that these spermicidal chemicals, they have to be introduced by the female. Actually these are used by the females also. Females, they have to use them just prior to the sex or the intercourse process. So these are the barrier methods. One is the mechanical type of method, devices are present, and other is some sort of chemicals are there which prevent the entry of sperms. I hope this method is clear to you.